Hey, good morning. It is so good to see you right here on the show. It's Wellness Wednesday, and you all know by now, every single Wednesday we talk about anything and everything health. So today is no different. Today we want to have a conversation on something that I don't think we've ever tackled right here on Your World, and it's all about regenerative and functional medicine. So we're looking at healing from within, and we'll be really focusing on the promise of regenerative and functional medicine, understand what it is, understand what are some of the conditions or diseases that regenerative medicine helps with, but at the same time, what are some of the conditions that might not, be factored in when we're thinking about regenerative medicines. Are there candidates, quote unquote, that qualify to go through regenerative medicine or not? We'll understand all that as we continue with the conversation. So really stick around until the end, because there's so many insights that we'll be having from the show today. My guests are already here. On my immediate left, now I miss Mukali when we do this, okay, because this is our thing. But on my immediate left, we have Dr. Ashni Malde, who is a maxillofacial surgeon, and she specializes in aesthetics. Good to see you. Thank you so much for making the time. How are you feeling?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. First time here on Your World. Are you okay? Are you comfortable? I know the seats are pretty high, but well.
I love it.
You do? Oh, that's good. So it makes all the difference.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. That's good to hear. Thank you so much for making the time. We also have Miriam Kagwira, right? Kagwira. Yes. Okay, see? Who's here to also share her journey with us as far as weight loss is concerned. So thank you so much for making the time. And we also have Scholar Wairimu, again, who's here to share her story as far as burn injury, right? It's scar is concerned. So we'll also talk about that as we continue with the conversation and really get to understand the role of regenerative medicine when it comes to different conditions, okay? But before we start the show, we have a question for you, and the question is very simple, okay? The question goes, if you could regenerate any part of your health or your body, again, let's just say your body, okay? What would it be and why? So if you could regenerate any part of your body, what would it be and why? That is the question that we're asking you this morning, and get you that. You know the drill by now. At NTV Kenya across all board is how you can reach us, and tag me as well at Lubembe_Winnie. Or use our WhatsApp number, 0112-500-400, and tell us if you could regenerate any part of your body, what would it be and why? But if you have a question and you really want to understand more on regenerative medicine, feel free to also give us a call. Our lines are officially open and we are live. So you will ask your question, and of course, Dr. will answer all your questions prompt because we're live, okay? So before that, Dr. can we first of all just understand the body before we even talk about regenerative medicine and what it's all about, and who qualifies, who doesn't, all the good stuff. Can we just understand, first of all, our body, a human body, the power that it has, when it comes to either healing or regenerating, and just how awesome the body is?
The body is the most awesome thing.
Right?
You can actually heal anything in your body by yourself. Okay. It's just that sometimes the body... how do I put it? It's sometimes that your immunity is low, or sometimes it's your thought process, because I really believe in how you can heal your body just with your thoughts.
Okay.
And you can actually, but now we have this help of medicine and adverse medicine and just non-integral medicine as well. And so, yeah, we take help of all these things to heal the body. But so to say, you can heal anything in your body. It's so simple. It's like you cut yourself, and within a few minutes you stop bleeding. A few days you've scabbed, it's healed. Even the skull can heal on its own. So you can imagine something so small and superficial, so you can only imagine how powerful it is inside.
Yeah. One might ask, so if the body has this power to heal itself, then why do we sometimes get these conditions, diseases that becomes tough on the body, to either heal or self-regenerate? Is it the things that we do as people that sort of like we bring ourselves all this, problems?
We only use a percentage of our brain. If we could use a higher percentage, I think we'd be so powerful.
Okay.
I'm very much on the side of how you can heal yourself with your thoughts. I can't do it myself, only because we just have too much going on, too much negativity in the head as well. which is normal, which is okay. But yeah, I think you can heal yourself. Even what comes in as a problem is actually your thought process. There's a book I read, You Can Heal Your Life, and it's all about how your thought processes are and how you get problems in your body or sicknesses or diseases in your body because of your thought processes, and how you can just alter your thought process and heal yourself. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm not the specialist.
Yes.
I also look for Panadol when I have a headache.
Here and there, but
yes,
yeah, okay.
But definitely everything is just internal. But it's also the food we eat, our lifestyles, our stress levels, the social life we have to put up to, and so everything contributes.
Yeah, and we'll focus more on and especially when we talk about lifestyle, because it's such a broad term. There's so many things that are, fall under lifestyle that one way or the other, either exposes us or predisposes us to, again, conditions or diseases that ideally we would not have if we were better when it comes to lifestyle. But regenerative medicine, what exactly is that? What are we looking at? What are we talking about?
The term itself explains everything. Regenerative means regeneration, which means that we're trying to do things and heal diseases from the core.
All right.
Most of the time, we're only maintaining diseases, but we're not healing them.
Okay.
And so when it comes to regeneration, it's so good, it's so advanced. We can grow your teeth, we can regenerate your liver, we can regenerate your kidneys, we can literally grow back anything in your body.
Okay.
We're not that advanced in Kenya yet, but just to put the word out there, it's that advanced.
Okay.
And so to say, when I talk about regenerative medicine, we're really trying to help people who have hair fall, hair loss, skin issues. We do a lot of regenerative medicine when it comes to pain management.
Okay.
We're also using regenerative medicine for functional health, which is like male health and female health. And so we see a lot of changes, a lot of treatments that we can do with that. I have doctors who use it for wound healing. Yes, and so we're just really trying to advance your healing process with the regenerative medicine.
Okay. Yeah. How different is it then from conventional medicine? Because you are a medical doctor, right?
Yes.
But your specialty is more on aesthetics. So, yeah, like how different is it? And I'm also just curious, I'm nosy sometimes. Just curious to understand what sparked the interest, as far as aesthetics is concerned.
I wanted to bring back home aesthetics. I was lucky enough to work with Bollywood, and so the demand was so high there. And I felt like, okay, this is what we need at home.
Right.
And so I came back about 6 years ago to bring aesthetics back to the country. There were already doctors doing aesthetics here, but I feel like I put in a lot. Or contributed a lot. We're also just dewarring from aesthetics and moving into regenerative medicine and functional medicine, which is still a part of aesthetics, but it's more prevention than cure. Yes.
Okay.
And so I would want to say like Botox, fillers is getting outdated, because you want to just be young from the beginning, rather than wait to get old and have the wrinkles and then go to Botox yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're that advanced when it comes to functional medicine. We use a lot of functional medicine.
Okay.
We can make you look 20 years younger.
Yes, please. 16, 13.
Yes, why not?
Okay.
And technically you feel that in your body. You don't just look it.
Yeah.
So it's more vitality, it's more lifestyle, it's more energy levels, more immunity, all of that.
All right. And you talked about the different areas, so skin, hair, pain management as well. We'll go through it one by one.
Sure.
But we have amazing ladies joining us as well on set today to also share their stories. So thank you so much, ladies, for really coming by today. Scott, I'm just going to start with you. So, Ska, can we go back? When did it happen? What exactly happened? Did you try other means of to just help, with the wound and scar and all those things?
Well, it happened way back when I was tiny, actually around 1.5 years old. So I was really tiny.
Okay.
So basically what has happened is I have grown with my scar. It has enlarged with age.
Okay.
So as I age, it increases also. So definitely, my mom was more about thinking of how to just heal it, not to take it away. So it was never really something that came to our mind back then, or even growing up. Because for me, I don't remember a time really that it really bothered me as much, because you see, in those teenage years and everything, it wasn't really that much a bother until now I got to an age where I want to wear sleeveless, I want to drop all that, so that's when it starts becoming, you know, and then someone is asking you, what happened to your hand? What happened to your hand, you know? And basically for me, I didn't start the journey long time ago. I didn't even think about this. I didn't even think there was something I could do actually about it. But recently, of course, when you start doing beauty and all that and learning about all these things that you can do, my mom happened to be in an environment where there's a lot of beauty stuff going on. So she got to hear about this treatment and we decided, why not?
Why not? Why not give it a try? Okay. So what exactly happened? Was it more of like...
It was a burn. It was actually literally a setup of where my auntie, a house girl, had put some water boiling on a jiko on top of a table. And so me and my tininess, I was just crawling from sleep. So I just came and knocked off the jiko and the water fell on me. And so you can imagine the process of my mom trying to get the sweater out, the t-shirt out, everything. So that's when it became really deep. Yes. So that's how the scar became really deep.
Okay, but of course I'm sure you know you were taken to hospital and they tried to do
Yes. I went to hospital about 3 months. About 3 months, and that's when now at least it healed. But it at that particular time it hadn't healed really well because my arm was like this. So I had to do a lot of physio for it to stretch. So there was a lot of skin left around here.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. We'll come back and explore more on that because again, oh my days, I am so sorry. I'm just feeling the pain and whatnot. I am so sorry. But you're here in UK. So that's beautiful.
What the devil meant for evil didn't happen.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. But Miriam as well. So weight loss, right? And you said you're on this journey for how long now? A year?
1 year, yes.
1 year?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go back before you discovered regenerative medicine and before you heard about it and even just taken the step to try and see, okay, will this help? Can we go back? How much did you weigh? What would you say brought up the weight? And what are some of the things that you probably tried to help with weight management and weight loss?
Okay, years back, I was one professional emotional eater.
Okay, emotional professional eater.
Professional eater. Whenever I would get stressed, buy 1 carton of biscuit, 1 soda liter, and finish all of it. But I didn't know the issues I could have. So the worst case scenario is when my knees started paining. I couldn't sleep well. I couldn't stand. Even when I sleep, getting out of the bed was a problem. And now I was on painkillers all my life. And then now, that's how now I came about at Tia Clinics. And now the case here was to heal my knees, not even the weight loss because I didn't know. And that's the time I met Doc in Tia Clinics. And now she explained to me that your problem is not the knees, your problem is the weight. And that is now where my journey started. And she introduced me to peptides. I started taking them. And my appetite was regulated.
Yes. So you stopped eating a whole carton of biscuits and a liter of soda. Okay. But when you talk about pain, because I'm pretty sure there's so many people who would complain of knee pain, like joint pains, you know, in general. How bad was the pain? What are some of the things that you could not do because of the pain?
Okay, let's say for example, where I live on 5th floor. When you go up the stairs, the sound from the knees, it's go, kaka, go. You see,
it's like those sides. They're having their own
then you're like, what's happening? And then when you sit, you cannot stand. You cannot even sleep and turn back, all because of the weight and the knees were so painful.
Yeah.
And then now, because of the drugs I was taking, I was advised you will spoil your kidneys. And now I was like trying to sort out where I can get a permanent solution so that I can get out of the painkillers.
Yes.
And that's now how I found Tia Clinics.
All right.
Yes.
Wait, so how much was the weight that it impacted heavily on your knees?
120 kgs.
120 kgs.
And now 2 digits, 98. I'm
so
98.
Look at you, you moved
Yes.
from 3 digits
Yes.
to 2 digits.
Yes, 2 digits now.
In a span of what, 1 year?
1 year, yes.
That's fantastic.
Yes, yes.
That's amazing. I'm just curious to see, did you try like other ways of either losing weight? But at that time, you didn't know it was the weight.
I didn't know.
You
I
thought
did
it's
try.
just your
Yes,
knees. So you
yes.
did not try
I
anything
did know, yeah.
at all.
Yeah, I was very comfortable.
Yeah.
I was only complaining of my knees. Yes.
and not figuring the weight.
Yes.
Okay, Doc, can we then pick up from the two? Let's start with Miriam. Because a lot of people, I'm pretty sure you've also encountered this in the clinic where people come and say, oh, it's my joint, or my knees, my hips, and they think that is where the problem is. But really there's a bigger, compounding problem that brings about all these different issues. So can we just address that in a minute? And then we'll come and focus on scar.
I'm a testimony myself.
Oh, wow.
I'm also 25 kilos down. It's been a year and a half, 6 months that I've stopped, but my journey was a year and a half for me to lose the 25 kilos. Same problem, walking up the stairs, and knees have some funny noises.
Yeah, they're singing, they're dancing.
So weight is one of the biggest predispositions to a lot of chronic illnesses in the body, even just as basic as diabetes and hypertension, what we see a lot of people suffering from these days.
Yeah.
And of course now the pain. The pain could just be because of damage to that area. So we're talking osteoarthritis or, frozen shoulder or back pain. But it also could come from damage.
Okay.
We see a lot of people who go to the gym, don't have trainers per se, and then do things the wrong way. Of course, because you're not qualified to do it.
Yeah.
And so we see a lot of tear or damage because of that. We also see a lot of post-surgical pain. So you'll have done the surgery, fixed everything, but it's the trauma from the surgery that gives you a lot of pain. We also see a lot of phantom pain. Phantom pain is just pain in the head, technically. So everything is fine there, but you're just used to the pain, so you keep thinking you're still in pain. We see that with geriatric patients, which are older age patients, that they have a lot of phantom pain. So when we do regenerative medicine, we're trying to cure you of the pain. We may not regenerate everything. Let's take the example of the knee.
The knee,
We may not regenerate bone because that we can't do. But we can regenerate your tendons, your ligaments, your muscles, your cartilage. And so we're reducing the pain 80 to 90%, and regeneration, of course, 80 to 90% of those areas, even though it may not regenerate the bone. So we find that patients are really at ease or very comfortable because once the pain is gone, you can really manage the condition very well.
Okay, I see that. Let's take a break because wow, okay. And then when we come back, we'll also dwell more on pain and really understand the different kinds of pain and how regenerative medicine then comes in. And especially for those people who say, for example, suffer from arthritis, can regenerative medicine help with that? And also there are some people who have like constant migraines, it never goes away. Can that be helped? There's some people who are like, I want to regenerate my kidneys, they're not working well.
We do that.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, okay, well, listen, we'll find out after the break. But just a reminder of the question that we're asking you this morning. And the question is, if you could regenerate any part of your body, what would it be and why? If you could regenerate any part of your body, what would it be and why? That is the question that we're asking you. Engage with us on, and that is at NTV Kenya across all board, or give us a call. Better yet, use our WhatsApp number, 0112 500 400. We're taking a break. We'll see you right after. All right, welcome back. Welcome back to the show. And just in case you're tuning in right now, today on Wellness Wednesday, we're focusing on regenerative medicine, and we are looking at healing from within. And the question that we're asking today is, what exactly is regenerative medicine, okay? Who gets to benefit from it, so to speak? And are there people that are not qualified to, you know, go through regenerative medicine? But the question that we're asking you this morning is very simple. There you have it on your screen. If you could regenerate any part of your health or your body, what would it be and why? If you could regenerate any part of your health or your body, what would it be and why? That is the question that we're asking you today. And like we said at NTV Kenya, across all board is how you can reach us. Use our WhatsApp number 0112-500-400, or better yet, give us a call. We're live. Or if you have any question as far as regenerative medicine is concerned, probably you're struggling with pain and you don't even know what to do with the pain, or any other condition that you would want to ask, and especially when it comes to like hair and skin and, you know, all this good stuff. Again, send all your questions our way. And of course, we have Dr. Ashley here who will answer all your questions. But so for weight loss, okay? So you talked about sometimes, not even sometimes, most of the time you'd find that when we're complaining about the pain is a symptom of something bigger, right? So then how does regenerative medicine come in to help with that? What exactly do you use to help with pain? And then also talk about like the different types of pain.
So we basically just use your own blood. We're getting stem cells from your own blood. And your own blood, of course, is the most powerful than getting any lab-made stem cells to start off with. And again, I don't know if you know, but you may have heard stem cells are the most powerful when it comes to regeneration. So when I spoke in the beginning and I said you can regenerate your teeth, you can regenerate your liver, you can regenerate, you can literally grow anything back in the body, that's because of stem cells. So if we're to inject stem cells in your teeth or your gums, you'll grow back teeth. We don't do that here.
Oh yeah, I was about to ask, wait, I lost like 2 or 3. Can they grow back?
No, we don't do that here yet. But that's how advanced we are when it comes to regenerative medicine and stem cells. We're more superficial when it comes to my own practice.
All right.
And so we don't go deep. So I'm not injecting livers or kidneys or gums to grow back anything. But yeah, back to the pain. We use your own stem cells. So we basically just get blood, enough like, just like a blood test, maybe 2 tubes.
All right.
So it's not a lot. And then it takes about an hour to process them. And then we just re-inject them back in the area of pain. So let's say it's your knees, then we're going to inject it back in the knee. Yeah. And that's it. It's a walk-in, walk-out procedure. No anesthesia, no staying in the hospital, nothing. You do it once a month for 3 months, and you're good to go. I have seen miracles. As doctors, we don't speak of miracles. We don't believe in miracles, but I do. And when I say miracles, I have patients calling me the next day and screaming on the phone saying they're pain-free. And so that's how miraculous it is, actually. It's known to regenerate anything up to cartilage. So muscles, tendons, ligaments, cartilage, regenerates everything. Unfortunately, we can't regenerate bone. And so if you have bone defect, then that's not something we can do.
That's
treat.
So then is the cause of the pain a determinant when you're thinking about the dosage, quote unquote, to give someone?
Definitely. It's more so how vast the area of pain is. So when I said 2 tubes of blood, that's just like the normal blood test tubes. That could be 1 knee. If you have 2 knees, then it's 4 tubes. Of course, the cost also double. Because I know that's going to be one of the questions. One of the main questions. But yeah, if it's the whole back, then maybe 6 tubes. But it's not a lot. It's something we can manage. Because it's not like you're donating blood, so it's not that much anyway. I'm just explaining in layman so people can understand the volume of blood we take.
That is needed.
But yeah, so how much hurts determines how much you need.
Yes, I see. And also a bit on scars, right? Because it's very interesting, you know, and especially when you said back then, you know, you couldn't because your hand was, you know, like this. But now you're able to stretch your hand. You're okay. So did you try anything before that? Because like you said, during like the teenage years, it didn't bother you, you know, as much until you got to a point where, I mean, you want to show your hands, right? Yeah. They're beautiful and whatnot. But then again, there's a scar. Yeah. And you want to hide the scar, but also you want to wear outfits that, you know, you feel comfortable in. So what are some of these ways that you either tried or someone told you? You know how we're very good with information. Me, I tried this and it worked. So you try, you know? Yeah. So what are some of those things that probably you tried?
Well, basically, for it to stretch, I had to do physiotherapy. I used to carry a jerry can of water when I was that tiny so that it could stretch. So there's a lot of thick skin around here because it had stretched all the way back down here. So you're told you can try this cream. It will help to reduce it. It will help to soften it. You can try bio oil. You can try all this. So, of course, my mom was trying to get all these oils to try and reduce the visibility, but definitely doesn't work that much because the scar was deep into the skin. So you see now we couldn't work on it because as much as we would have wanted it to fade, it was already deep into the skin. So I think I got to a point where I got used to it until it didn't even used to bother me. But definitely there's when you want to slay, but at the back of your mind you're like,
sleeveless outfits, you know?
And you know mine has stretched all the way down. So I was like, I can't even do a bareback, I can't, you know. But I think it got to a point where I had to outgrow the fear. Yes.
And now you embrace your scar because they said our scars are
they are your stories,
right?
Yes,
they are our stories.
They are our stories.
Yeah. Okay, and then you came across.
Yes, so my mom works in an environment where there's a dermatologist and all that, so she gets to hear a lot of these when they have CMEs and conferences. So she heard about this regenerative medicine, and so we decided to actually just do a consultation first, get to hear about it. And so when we heard that there could be some hope, we decided to try. Yes, so of course it was more of reducing the visibility. For me, it was not just taking it away completely. It had become a part of my life. I was okay with it, but it was more of reducing the visibility, which has really helped. It has really, really helped.
How long now?
I started it like 5 months ago. So I've already done 2 sessions, but I've taken a short break, so I'm yet to do my 1 session, last session.
Last session. Okay, then so how do we do that with scars, and also the different types of scars and the different approach to it? Because when you talk about scars, we have some people who would say, yeah, I have like really bad acne and they've left, you know, like marks or scars, you know, on my face. What can I do? Can regenerative medicine, you know, help with that? But before that, before the skin and hair and all those things, can we address, you know, say Scholar's type of scar or any other burn scar?
So if we have fresh burns, we can treat them 100%. Actually, I've done that. I've had anything that is up to 2 weeks old from a burn, we're able to restore your skin 100%. Yes.
Like the skin looks like no scar?
Literally. Literally,
Okay.
And unfortunately, because of confidentiality of patients, I was unable to share those photos. But yeah, when you walk into my office, I'm able to show you them on a one-to-one. And so anyone who's gotten burnt and doesn't know what to do, then they need to reach out to us because we can treat it. We use a powerful master antioxidant. It's an IV drip, so we're not even doing anything to the wound. We're not even touching you at all. And technically, all we're doing is just putting you a drip and we're healing you from within.
Wait, what?
Yes.
With your own... Okay, no,
stem cells are different now.
Okay, cool. And then is the degree of the burn also a factor when it comes to then understanding how much
not
one
really.
needs? No?
I've treated a severe second-degree burn on the face that someone had from an aerosol can that burst into her face. The burn was just about 3 weeks old. Within about 8 drips, every drip is spaced 4 days apart. So let's say within 4 weeks, she has a flawless face right now.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. is age a factor? Because you know how they say, kids heal faster, as adults might take a bit of time, but well, yeah.
True, but I wouldn't say age is a factor, but maybe immunity is a factor.
Okay.
Only because I feel like some people who have a bit of an adverse lifestyle tend to heal much slowly. It could be anything.
Yeah.
It could also just be something as basic as a perimenopausal woman, because healing tends to be a bit slower at that time.
Yeah.
So it's just immunity, basically, how strong your immunity is, which will help you to heal faster.
Okay.
But age is not a factor for me in my practice at all.
Okay. Yeah. Anything, come one, come all.
Exactly.
You would get help. Okay, and Miriam, for you, so you said you didn't really concentrate on the weight, but more on the pain in your knee, right?
Yes.
So what happened when you sought help? What were you told? What sort of like regimen, were you put on?
So when I contacted Doc here, she said we have now to start by losing weight. And then after losing weight, if this pain persists, we are now going to treat the pain.
Okay.
But after now, I've dropped this like 20 kgs. I'm okay. I sleep well. I run. Yeah.
Yeah.
My life, I feel so right. I'm okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's no more pain?
No more pain.
We still did one session of the stem cells.
Yeah.
But then after that, she's like, I don't have pain, so why should I do another session?
So I need to continue with the remaining two.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. But now you're focusing then on the weight, just to ensure that,
yes, though I'm not that consistent because, I'm tall.
Yeah.
I want to lose like tall. 5.
Yeah.
And one more thing, Winnie, weight loss is a process. Yes. You don't sleep at night and wake up in the morning and then you have lost weight. No, there are no miracles. Yeah. It is a journey, it is a process.
What did you do?
Yes.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But that eating like a thief, no.
You had to
I stopped because my appetite was regulated.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So looking at before, where you'd say you would get a whole carton of biscuits and sit and eat with your 1 or 2 liters of Coca-Cola or any other, beverage.
Yeah.
And then you were told, no, we actually have to first of all focus on your weight.
Yes.
And then, all these other things will sort of like sort itself out, right? So then how did that change in terms of your diet, your lifestyle? Were there, say, like other foods that you focused on? Were there things that you had to completely, do away with?
So now when you do these peptides, they suppress your appetite.
Okay.
So you don't overeat. Even if you want, you cannot because you're going to puke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So personally, now I don't want to see those biscuits. I no longer want them. I no longer want to see these sodas.
Yes.
So I'm very okay. Doc advised me also, you have to eat. Because in the name of losing weight, sometimes you don't eat. You are like, you have to skip breakfast, you skip lunch, you eat dinner. Now that is a mistake one I was doing. Because to some extent, when I was skipping these meals, I would skip, because she told me, the pain I have is because of the weight. Now I wanted really to lose more weight, and I was skipping meals where I was going wrong. I would skip breakfast, skip lunch, and then eat dinner and sleep. And then now when you skip these meals, you eat dinner, you overconsume,
eat like
and then
for
you
4
sleep.
people.
So that was another problem. So she advised me, eat every meal, but do not overconsume.
Okay.
And that's how now this one really was another benefit, because I wish you know how I feel.
Yeah? How do you feel? Tell us.
I feel so good.
Yeah?
Yes. When you lose weight,
yeah,
man, it's good.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I like that. And I really like what you're pointing out, because again, when you look around with this fad diets and whatnot, you're told just do juice only, or do skip meals, do like 72 hours of intermittent fasting. We do all those things, and then people will tell you, but I don't lose weight. If anything, I gain more, because when I eat for 4. Okay, so can we understand peptides and the different ways that you use, plus other, I would say, regenerative kits that you use, and especially for someone who's struggling with weight loss?
So just the way she said, I am very different from everyone else who pushes the weight loss regime. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's quite out there.
Yep.
So basically, we force you to eat, and I tell you to force yourself to have your 3 meals a day.
Okay.
That's where most of us go wrong. In the name of weight loss, we skip meals, thinking we're going to cut calories because you cut off a whole meal.
Yes.
But that's not true. You end up binge eating, and you're also slowing down your metabolism.
Yeah.
Remember, your body is producing enzymes every few hours to digest food. And when you don't put in food at that time and you take long gaps of hours, your body goes into defense and turns the food into fat rather than converting it into energy. And that's why now you'll see that you've done IF, you've done anything, it doesn't work, only because your metabolism is so slow. So even the littlest that's going into your body is being turned into fat.
Yes.
Not energy.
Yeah.
And so we don't even put you on a diet. Eat everything. Only because sustainability is key.
Yeah.
And so how long in your life are you going to cut off your carbs, your sugars, your whites? It's impossible. We're also so social these days.
Yeah.
And so it's just harder for you to go out and just eat lettuce in a whole buffet.
No.
You can't. So we're building you a mental discipline, and we're trying to just moderate your lifestyle just so that you can eat smaller portions. The peptide itself is already limiting your portions because you're just not hungry, so you just can't overeat. And I did that myself. I'm so mentally disciplined now.
Yeah.
I stopped 6 months ago. I haven't added a gram. I eat everything. I'm someone who eats pizza 3 times a week.
No way.
Yes.
You cannot eat pizza 3 times a week and be like this.
I do. I do. I'll take you out for lunch and you'll know.
What?
Yes. Yes, and that's what I tell my patients, eat everything.
Okay.
Because you can't just, okay, if you're someone who can eat healthy, well and good for you.
Yes, that's good, yeah.
But that's not most of us. For me, food is comfort.
Yeah.
I literally have a snack cupboard in my office. I'm snacking throughout the day.
Yeah.
And so it's just something that you want to do that's sustainable, because we often hear, when you've lost weight, you bounce back.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest fear people have when they come to us, because the first thing they ask me is, what after?
Yes.
And so I promise them that I'm building them that mental discipline. It's really on you, though.
Yeah.
If you don't have the discipline, I can't take the guarantee.
Yeah.
But at least we make it so easy for you to lose weight. We don't ask you to diet.
Yeah.
We ask you to have your 3 meals a day, which is good.
Okay.
Most people are happy about it.
Yeah.
If you can exercise, well and good for you. If you can't, I understand a lot of us have sedentary lifestyles. I'm sitting on my desk 8 to 8 sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't get the time to exercise. I know it's an excuse.
Yeah.
But that's how we are.
Yeah.
And then again, just our general lifestyles. We're basically from car to office to home to lift. We don't have even that general exercise, you know. We won't even take the stairs down, we'll take the lift. So these are peptides. They promote fat loss and they build muscle in return.
All right.
Is why you can see 25 and 20 kilos down, we're not sagging.
Right?
Yes.
No.
We don't have
and
any
that's the
loose
thing
skin.
with so many people, is that when I lose the weight, then there's the, you know, like this... Yeah, let me not leave my hands like this. You know, but there's that. So there's always that fear. Yes, I want to lose weight, but also what do I do with this excess skin? But what you're saying is no.
No, I'm right here. She's right here. We're not sagging at all.
No, not at all.
I mean, I could show you my photo. I don't know if Miriam fought with me yesterday when I was convincing her to come on the show, and she said, "You promised me not to show my photo before." But yeah, I could show you mine, and you'll understand what I mean by me not sagging from what I was before.
So question, so are these tablets, is it an IV?
It's an injection.
Okay.
It's once a week. It depends on you, how long you want to do it for. Someone like me was only losing 3 kilos a month. So remember, it's very gradual. And that's also one of the reasons you don't have sagging skin.
Yeah.
It's also one of the reasons that now you're disciplined.
Okay.
Because you're not doing it in a rush. It's not like that fat diet where you just drastically lose weight. And so it took me a whole year to lose the 25.
Okay.
It took her almost 8 months to lose the 20 plus. We have so many who take maybe 3 months to lose 15. So you're looking at losing anything between 3 to 5 kilos a month.
Okay.
And so it's very gradual, it's very disciplining. And it's really on you how many months you want to do, because trust me, it's addictive.
Right?
Yeah,
but wait,
I didn't want to stop.
Yeah, there's also the safety aspect where a lot of people would ask, but then how safe is it? And when you talked about fat diets where you lose 20 kilos in a month, okay, and unfortunately that is what we want, because we want to lose that weight very fast, you know. So can we talk about then the safety aspect, you know, of it, and are there like side effects, reactions, something?
So all peptides do have side effects, not even just the one for the weight loss. Just generally peptides have side effects. But they're just instant side effects. It's kind of your body trying to adapt to the peptide, but reversing everything. And so when it comes to peptides, as I mentioned in the beginning, it's functional medicine. It's something that we're technically preventing. So if you're going to take a peptide for anti-aging, we're going to reverse you 20 years, literally. It's just that one injection a week. It takes 2 seconds, and that's it. I can transform you within a month or 2. Yes, and so yes, instant side effects, of course, but you can safely take it for up to 2 years. There are some peptides you safely just take 1 cycle. 1 cycle is just maybe 10 weeks, and then you can't do any more. But it's already done its job. So you don't even need to take another one. And so peptides are basically the building blocks for amino acids in your body. We all know amino acids from science back in the day. And so amino acids are the building blocks for muscle. So technically, you're just regenerating your muscle. And that's why this peptide for weight loss is promoting fat loss, but building muscle in return. Is why we don't sag, is why you don't have adverse side effects, like any kind of damage to the body. You don't have loose muscle. So technically, it's proven to improve lean muscle, improve cardiac muscle. It improves fertility. Yes, it improves your skin, it improves your hair, all in the name of weight loss. So imagine you losing weight.
All this benefits.
Yes.
That is interesting. Okay, is there like a cutoff age? Because me, I'm just thinking, right now, we're dealing with a lot of cases of childhood obesity. We're seeing overweight, you know, when it comes to children. So is it safe for them? Is it not?
I wouldn't want to do it for somebody maybe under the age of 10, perhaps. But yes, I've treated a 12-year-old kid.
Oh, wow.
Because, as you said, obesity. And it was just an eating disorder, and the only way to control it is for something else to control, you know, the patient, the eating.
All right, welcome back to the show, officially in the second hour of the conversation on regenerative medicine and understanding what it is and some of the conditions or diseases that can be cured. I'm curious about saying cured, but you will help us understand. But there are some conditions that can be cured, right, through regenerative medicine. But again, we're saying if you have any question as far as regenerative medicine is concerned, if you're dealing with pain, if there's any part of your body that you're thinking, okay, maybe I might want this regenerated, you know, feel free to also send your questions our way, and you know, we'll answer them. But we're asking you, if you could regenerate any part of your health or your body, what would it be and why? If you could regenerate any part of your health or body, what would it be and why? On X, Naskia, I mean, here Njiru, who says my hair, okay? They can regenerate their hair, which we'll talk about in a second, right? But let's hear what people on WhatsApp are saying. So this one says, hello, your world. I was kindly asking Dr. Ashni the cost of regenerating one tooth.
I'm sorry, we just said we're not doing that yet in Kenya.
We're not doing that yet in Kenya. Okay, and then this one says, hey, if I was to regenerate anything, it would be my skin because of hyperpigmentation and marks caused by lupus, and hashtag your world. Thank you so much for that. Yes, can we just focus on that a little bit? So there's the skin, and then there is hair. Can we talk about how regenerative medicine helps with this? Someone who's balding, can they, you know, get help? Receding hairline, can we get help?
To a certain extent, yes. Not quite, but we do have another treatment for it. So the same stem cells that we were talking about that we would inject in your knee or wherever in the body are the same stem cells we inject back in the scalp. And so it revitalizes your follicles and it grows back the follicles. But remember, if you don't have the follicle, there's nothing to grow.
Okay.
So layman term, it's like putting fertilizer on a barren land. Nothing's going to grow.
That's true.
So if you have the root, we can put the stem cells and it'll make it thicker, it'll make it grow faster, all of that.
All right.
But if you're totally bald in that area, then unfortunately or fortunately, you have to go for a hair transplant, which we do as well.
All right. Okay.
There are conditions where even a hair transplant, you're not even a candidate for a hair transplant, then we have something else for you. We've grown hair for people who have alopecia totalis or alopecia universalis, which means no hair at all. And so we have medications for that. Of course, they do come with side effects. I'm not that severe, but yes, instant side effects. So we avoid that way or that line of medication because we don't want to put everyone on it when we have the way of doing a transplant. And a transplant is so natural because we're removing your own hair from the back of your head and replanting it in the front.
All right.
So yeah, technically we have a treatment for everything.
Okay.
But if you just have frail hair, hair that's not growing fast, very weak hair, hair that's falling off, I know most of you women suffer from receding hairline. Only because
we're
of
braiding a lot.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Only because of that traction. But if your hair is too weak, I may not be able to regenerate it with the stem cells, then you're definitely a candidate for a hair transplant.
Yeah.
You want your hairline here, we can bring it there. Literally.
Okay.
But with the hair transplant.
With a hair transplant.
But yeah, if you have frail hair, definitely stem cells work.
Yeah. There's some people who also experience sort of like some type of hair loss, but then it's more hormonal. Say, for example, breastfeeding women will tell you, whoo, this child came and took my hair during breastfeeding. So are you able to help with that?
Unfortunately, we don't treat pregnant women or lactating women, only because it can pass on to the baby. So I always tell them to wait it out. There's no rush. Enjoy your motherhood.
Okay.
And when you finish breastfeeding is when you come back to me, because then we'll treat the problem at that time. A lot of women, when they stop breastfeeding, the hair comes back full-fledged. So why be in a rush?
Yeah.
Yes.
You can wait it out.
Yes.
And then also, how then do I know that I still have roots? Okay, because like you said, if there's no roots, then, you know, it might not necessarily help until...
Technically, it's visible.
Okay.
Just the intensity of the amount of hair you have or the density, I will be able to tell visually. But in any other case, we do have a machine to also just show you how weak the roots look.
Okay.
And then if they're too weak, then they can't grow. It's like pumping an 80-year-old with vitamins to make him 20. It's impossible.
It's impossible.
So same with the hair. But if it is quite strong, then we can work out with the stem cells and just restore the entire hairline.
Oh, wow.
But if you see it shiny, that's bald.
Okay.
So then we're not doing anything, it's a transplant.
A hair transplant. Okay. And then for skin, okay? And let's just start with the one who said they could regenerate their skin because lupus, okay? So cases of autoimmune, diseases or conditions that end up impacting the, the skin. Then what is the regimen for them?
I've treated lupus.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
okay.
I don't treat lupus. I don't treat autoimmune diseases. I don't regenerate your kidney. I don't regenerate your liver. But it is something that happens with my treatment.
All right.
And so I'm not surpassing my line. I'm not crossing over to the other side with other specialists. But antioxidants are so powerful. And we use a master antioxidant called glutathione. And that's actually what helps with the skin.
All right.
So that's what we use for skin cases because it's brightening your skin. And I'll repeat, brightening. We don't whiten, we don't bleach, we don't do all those fine
But we
things.
hear that term with bleaching and whitening.
It's just a stigma. It's just people talk things. And unfortunately, there are a lot of doctors who advocate as glutathione being bad. I don't understand how, because glutathione is made in your liver. So we're only giving you a surplus of what's already there in your body. And so thankfully, because the skin brightening is a side effect of the glutathione, it's a good side effect. We promise to treat your skin. We can have your skin flawless, but it really depends on condition to condition, the amount of hyperpigmentation, the amount of scarring. We may want to combine it with other treatments as well.
Right.
We may want to combine it with creams and tablets as well. But almost everything is glutathione based.
Okay.
And so we've proven to literally give you flawless skin head to toe, one tone, one color. We promise you to come back to your original skin color, which is the chest color.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, part of scarring, like anyone who has scarring from lupus or any kind of skin lesions, diseases, or even just generalized hyperpigmentation, which we all suffer from these days. Or it could be because of sun exposure, menopause, whatever.
Yeah.
We have lots of skin issues. And so when we're doing the brightening, we're basically just bringing you back to your original skin color all throughout your body.
Okay. And also speak a little bit on the safety aspect of it, because again, like I said, people would want to try, but then again, there's the, but what if, you know, what if this doesn't happen? So can we speak about the safety of the same? And are there some people who don't qualify for regenerative medicine, especially when it comes to skin issues or conditions?
The only people who don't qualify are pregnant and lactating mothers.
Okay.
I have no age barrier otherwise. Of course, if you're going to come to me at the age of 12 for brightening your skin, I'm going to turn you away.
Yeah.
Because until you're an adult, we're not considering you having issues of hyperpigmentation and whatnot.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a bother.
Okay.
But otherwise, so to say, we can treat all kind of skin you know, issues. No side effects. I'm emphasizing again, glutathione is made in your liver. We're only giving you a surplus of what's already in your body. You can actually do a blood test to measure the amount of glutathione in your body. You can do a blood test to understand how much your liver can absorb in terms of glutathione, because if your liver has quite a bit of issue, so to say, then definitely we have to do something else for the glutathione to be absorbed more. There is no side effect at all whatsoever.
All right.
I swear my life by it.
Yeah.
And it's literally one of the best things you can take.
Okay.
And so, of course, there's a lot of fake products out there. There's a lot of things that are not FDA approved. So I always advise patients just to be sure of where they're going and what they're doing.
Yeah.
There are a lot of places that underdose you in the name of being cheap and in the name of being price friendly. But then you're not getting enough. It's like taking half a Panadol. It's not going to work. So when you take the right dose, it's expensive. So that's, I think, what turns people down a lot. But remember, cheap is expensive.
Cheap is expensive.
So just ensure you're going to the right place, ensure that the doctor knows what they're doing, ensure that you are satisfied with the doctor. I often turn out to be very expensive when it comes to this kind of a treatment, but it's only because I'm giving the right dose. My research goes so much beyond skin brightening when it comes to using glutathione. I've treated cases of diabetes, I've treated cases of cholesterol, hypertension. These were benefits that my patients were having from when doing the skin brightening treatment. And so they don't come to me because, like I said, I'm not passing the line. I'm not trying to be another specialist. But it's just that research and those clinical trials and things that I've done in my office that have proven to cure other things as well. Or other conditions. So it's that great. Like I said, I swear my life by it.
Okay, there's some people who probably are watching us this morning and they say, you know what, I struggle with, say, high blood pressure, diabetes, what you know, you just talked about, and hormonal imbalance, you know, like all these things. So is regenerative medicine also helpful when, you know, you think about high blood pressure and, you know, all those things?
So this is functional medicine.
Yes.
The antioxidant that we use is functional medicine. It's not a peptide, but when I say functional medicine, it's something that's helping you function or making you function.
All right.
And just, you know, a very easy term for people to understand. And so, yes, we have seen blood pressure go down, we have seen sugar levels go down, we've seen cases of cholesterol coming back to normal. I don't treat them. If you're going to come to me for help, I will help you. But I'm not going to advocate saying that, yes, I'm getting rid of your hypertension.
Yeah.
But yes, it does help.
Okay.
And if you just go back and read about antioxidants and glutathione and how it reduces oxidative stress in the body, it's basically making your body new. And again, layman term, it's like having rust. If your body is rusted, we're just removing the rust from your body. That is reducing oxidative stress.
Okay.
Remember, oxidation is rust. And so we're reducing the oxidative stress. And so we're just cleansing your body for you. Of course, lifestyle matters for whatever you do. Even as we spoke about weight loss, if I'm going to go back to eating the way I used to eat, or even her for that matter, we're going to blow up. But I'm eating everything, but in moderation. So moderation is key, discipline is key, sustainability is key. If you can't do that, then I will treat you, but you're going to go back and bounce back.
Yeah. Okay, and that's a very good disclaimer, because people might come to you, you said, I will lose this much weight in this particular time.
Definitely, we get that.
Yeah. Yes, and discipline. Discipline is very important. Okay, but just speaking to Scholar and Miriam as well. Yeah, so you've gone through how many cycles of treatment now? Two. Yeah. Okay, and you're taking a break. So how much of a difference have you seen? And yeah, how are you doing? How's everything so far?
Well, the visibility has reduced considerably. Like you could just look and tell me you can see the sky. So it has reduced the visibility considerably. The skin has become softer because it was very hard and scaly, and I had to oil it over and over again in a day. So the skin has become softer, the skin has become a bit like the normal skin. So I don't have to struggle with oiling it oftenly. I don't have to struggle with someone is looking at me. Like I've come past that now. So at least for me, I told you there was a place right here that was a bit very thick. It was the skin was so the scar was so deep, so it's become very light. So if you touch it, you'd feel it's the same texture as the other part of the hand. Yes,
that's fantastic. So wait, how many sessions were you supposed to go for?
Three. It's supposed to be 3.
Okay. Yes. But you're taking a break.
I'm actually supposed to do one, the last one now.
And then that's it?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay. Wait. What did you say you used? Is it the stem cells?
Stem cells.
That is so fascinating. Like just to think how much power our bodies have and the curative or the healing properties when it comes to our blood, because some might look at that and think, no, you did something, but no, you use our own blood, our own stem cells. That is very fascinating. Okay, so are you supposed to go for 1 more or 2? Or two. Two. Okay. And have you taken a break? Are you considering, finishing the 2? And on top of that, what else are you doing in terms of like observing your diet?
I want to lose more, like, let's say, like I'm 98.
Okay.
I want to drop the weight. And if I get healed completely, that's fine. I want to go for the injections.
Yes.
I prefer that. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're taking a break from the injection, but doing what?
Yes.
Looking at your diet?
I want to focus now on the withdrawals, and then you'll see what happens.
All right.
If I won't have any pain, I don't want to be injected.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Yes. Scared of the needle.
Yes.
Okay. So the bigger question would be, so what are you doing? What is your diet, or let's say what's your day like in terms of what you're eating, what you're doing? Are you doing any exercises? Are you being mindful about what you're putting into your body, say for example the greens and the fruits?
About exercise, I'm lazy. I don't do any exercise.
You're not exercising? Okay.
About eating a bit, I don't eat much.
Okay.
That eating much is no longer my life after doing the peptides.
Okay.
And I would say that I eat clean. If I cook chapati, sometimes I eat 2.
Okay.
And sometimes I eat 3. I won't lie. But so eating clean, no. But what I do, I don't skip my meals, but I don't overconsume.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
Some balance. You've found balance and what works for your body. Because like you said, you're very tall. You do not want to lose.
And that compliment of, oh, Miriam, you look good.
You look amazing.
Yes, you look good. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Do you tell people any God? You know, it's a common term that we all use.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but you're putting in the work.
Yes.
And there's something that you mentioned, that weight loss is a journey.
Yeah.
It's not something that you start today and tomorrow 50 kilos down.
Sure.
No, it's a journey. It takes a lot of discipline, like you said. There's also something that you said, which I think is very important, that not everybody needs surgery. Okay, can we just expound a little bit on that and get to understand, okay, what are some of these instances that maybe one might need surgery, in other cases you don't necessarily need surgery?
Okay, just naturally, let's consider pain management, or let's narrow it down. Let's consider osteoarthritis.
Okay.
I'm again mentioning I'm not the specialist, and I'm only mentioning this again and again because I don't want to backlash.
Yeah.
But well, technically I'm just out here to also help doctors for them to push them to actually use these kind of treatments, because I do own a pharma company, and so we do sell the regenerative medicine kits, and I really push my colleagues to use it in their practices.
Okay.
And so back to the osteoarthritis. Not everyone is a candidate. The doctor is deciding whether you're a candidate or not. And so let's say maybe 40% are candidates for surgery, will actually go for the surgery. Or maybe 20% out of the 40% will go for surgery. The other 20% will not do it because of the fear, like you see, even just the fear of having an injection.
Yes.
Then of course fear of having surgery is quite a bit. Or they can't afford it, or whatsoever reason. But there would be that 60% or 50% that are not even candidates for surgery for whatsoever reason.
Yeah.
It could be age, it could be immunity, it could be their condition. Then regenerative medicine is where it comes in, only because you don't want to live on painkiller all your life. And so to say, when you have osteoarthritis, the number one problem is the pain, more than the degeneration that's happened there.
Yeah.
And so, do you want to be on Panadol all your life?
No.
Do you want to go up to Tramadol all your life?
No.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
And so people get really frustrated because even though the painkiller, the pain has not subsided. So we really advocate for stem cells at that time. And I really advocate doctors to actually start using the stem cells. We have our co-founder and CEO who uses it in his hospital. They do tons of orthopedic cases every day.
Yeah.
And they're using regenerative medicine even in the surgeries because they're injecting the stem cells together with the surgery because it promotes healing. So you don't have the post-surgical pain, you don't have the phantom pain. Patients heal much faster, less chances of infections. And so
and less time admissions, right, in hospital.
Yes, yes. And so you see that 60% can benefit from it. It's very cost effective. Less time, it's a walk-in, walk-out. You can go on with your regular lifestyle. We don't stop you on anything. The only thing we stop you on is painkillers. I will take you off your painkillers. I will take you off your heat packs, your cold packs, your, I don't know, balms and what you apply, those herbal things, because we want to understand if the treatment has worked or it was something else that was working. But we also want you to heal in motion, so no bed rest as well. And so we force you to exercise, even with that damage, even with torn ligaments, whatever it is, because we want you to heal in motion. So you can imagine how good it is because we take you off the bad things, we make you do the good things. It's cost effective. It's technically just 3 sessions, 1 session every month for 3 months. And it's a walk-in, walk-out.
I mean, who wouldn't want that? Who would all want that? Listen, on the question that we're asking this morning, and that is, if you could regenerate any part of your body, what would it be and why? So there's one here who says, this is Aguvaso Kelvin, who says, brain and eyes at old age is when you see the need of it. Can we regenerate the brain?
Not really, but we have a peptide that actually helps to reduce brain fog, improve cognitive function, improve memory. Unfortunately, peptides are so new in Kenya. I don't even know if anyone else offers them apart from me. Maybe the ones for weight loss, but this kind of peptide that I'm talking about for memory. I've personally also ever just done it on one patient. Had successful results. But yes, I won't say I'll regenerate your brain, but I'll help you with the problems.
With the problem, and the eyes as well, because a lot of people complain about the eyes. Just this morning I was telling my makeup artist, hey, I think I need to go to the hospital and get my eyes checked, because yeah, clearly something is not right. Yes, so the eyes.
Funny enough, now we go back to the glutathione. Yeah, I've had patients who have complained of blurry vision. I've had a patient I've cured of glaucoma because of high diabetes. Or severe diabetes, and I've had a patient who already had a damaged eye, so to say. Her vision is impaired. It's about 20% vision, but she comes to me literally every 2 weeks just for one drip, because she says it helps her focus so much better. She feels like her vision is getting better. I won't say I've improved it even from the 20% to a 40%, but she's given me that testimony herself, and I've been treating her now for about 2 years. I've asked her to stop because I'm like, why do you want to come in every 2 weeks? You're not supposed to. But she loves it. And like I said, there's no side effect to taking the glutathione. Your body can consume it because we're giving you really moderate doses. And so it's the best thing to take.
To support what the body is already producing. So be very mindful on who you're going to for the services. And then another one says, the brain. This is Mugeruta Dominic, who says, the brain, I am almost exhausted. So the word regenerates their brain. And then Susan Gathoni says, my mind. Vivian Nasimiu says, my eyes. So there's clearly there's something with, you know, the eyes and the brain.
I think it's also just too much of laptops, too much of TV, too
phones,
much of desk jobs and phones, and too much of desk jobs. And so we just have that brain fog. It's all of us. It's not just them. It's me as well. And I feel like it's not even just the brain fog, it's just low energy levels. And so literally when doing the IV drips, your energy levels are so boosted. And it's something that actually lasts you 4 to 5 years. So it's not something you're coming back to me every now and then. We'll do an initial treatment of 2.5 months, and then I don't see you for another 4 or 5 years. So it doesn't mean after 5 years your brain drops to not functioning again.
Not functioning again, no.
But it means that you may start seeing the signs of, okay, my energy levels are dipping, or my immunity is dipping, or the brain fog is coming back. But yeah.
I see that. I know one of the questions that a lot of people ask is the cost aspect, but can we answer that after the break, and also get to hear from the ladies as well in terms of the cost, but also when it comes to like conditions that involve the nerves, like neuro. Does regenerative medicine also help with that?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, clearly there's so much to discuss on the other side of the break. Again, do stay with us. But like we said, if you have any question that you'd want, answered this morning, take advantage of the fact that we are live and we have very few minutes left before we end the show. So keep sending your questions our way, and Dictari will answer them. But again, just responding on the question of the day, and that is, if you could regenerate any part of your health or your body, what would it be and why? We'll find out after the break. Do stay with us. All right, welcome back. Officially in the last half hour of the show, and the conversation today is on understanding regenerative medicine and how that helps in terms of dealing with diseases, conditions, that say we experience on a day-to-day. Okay, and the question that we're asking you today is very simple. If you could regenerate any part of your body, what would it be and why? If you could regenerate any part of your health or your body, what would it be and why? I have a question for you here on WhatsApp, like DM. Someone says, can you help with migraines?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Okay.
Only because I feel like migraine is such a gut health issue. And I think if you can fix your gut health, then migraines would go away. And is why I said yes and no, because sometimes it could be for whatsoever other reasons as well. But often we find that when we're doing the weight loss and we're fixing gut health, you see gut health is compromised when you're not eating right. when you're not having your frequent meals.
Okay.
Because your body is producing enzymes, it's producing acid. And when you don't have anything to digest, it's technically just eating away your own stomach lining, so to say.
Yeah.
Not in a very aggressive form. But then that's the thing that we have, the acidity, the ulcers, the heartburn. It's also the types of food that we eat. So you really need to learn your body, because you could eat something and you don't get acidity, but I could eat the same thing and have acidity from it. So when you improve gut health, there's so much that improves in your body. And so I find most of the times that when we tell them to improve gut health, when they're on the weight loss journey, the headaches are gone completely, migraines are gone completely.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Can we just explore then how it's connected? Because you see, and we were discussing this during the break, and said a lot of people don't know how, okay, I mean, yeah, the body is interconnected, but we don't factor that as much. So say, for example, someone who has migraines, they would just think it's the head. But what you're saying is it could be your gut telling you, hey, we are not
fix us.
Okay, please fix us. Yeah. Can we just talk about then how interconnected, you know, our whole body is, that one part might be affected, but the symptom you feel it's on the other side?
Yeah, technically gut health is the most important thing. I think if you can fix that, you'll see like even your skin gets fixed. You'll see a lot of acne patients say their face gets better. I'm a testimony myself again. My skin used to be really bad when I was big. When I lost the weight, I have really good skin now, and that's not something for myself. I see that with all my patients. So it's really a mental condition to start off with, and gut health, which is the most important. It's also just your thoughts. And so we really believe in, if I go to the doctor and I get something and I get a medicine, you're already half cured when you've hit the doctor's office. So when you can fine-tune that and discipline yourself mentally and stomach-wise, I think a lot of issues get cured just then and there. And so the weight, again, also comes from there. You're just eating a lot. When you can moderate your eating, you're losing the weight, you're fixing your knees, you're fixing your hair, you're fixing your skin. You're fixing everything in your body.
Part of the body. Interesting. Okay. And also the question on issues to do with the nerves. Is regenerative medicine also helpful in that? And just give us like examples of some of those conditions as well.
We've cured sciatica with stem cells. A lot of people I know suffer from sciatica. It's such a common problem these days. I have a lot of patients who come in and say, we've tried everything. We've tried steroids, we've tried this, we've tried surgery. Nothing has worked. I just have this tingling sensation from my hip down to my toe. And we don't know what it is. And unfortunately, sometimes even doctors can't diagnose it. And we cure it. We use the functional medicine and we cure your neuropathy completely. So I won't say again all nerve issues, but where I can intervene and I can help, I do. So it really is important for you to come in for a consultation. I don't want people out there believing me right now, thinking I can fix everything. Or I'm a miracle worker or a miracle God. But yeah, come in for a consultation because I need to know your history and I can advise you accordingly. In the event I can't do anything, I always choose to cross-refer. Or if not, then we'll just tell you that we can't do it.
Okay. All right. I mean, I know you said the bone is the only thing that cannot be regenerated. But aside from that, say like conditions, diseases, illnesses, because again, someone might be asking, what about like certain types of cancers or side effects from cancers, right? Can regenerative medicine also help?
So research goes as far as antioxidants can curb cancer. It cannot cure cancer, but if you're at whatever stage you are, we can curb it there. And that means we can just stop it there. But remember, it's also building you immunity. It's improving your energy levels. So it's really helping you just combat all the other things. Perhaps you've done chemo, you've done radio, you're already so weak. So we're helping you there. Otherwise, research goes as far as they're really introducing vaccines and whatnot to cure cancer from the core. And we have peptides that have proven to do the same. But in my practice, I haven't come across it as of now. I do use a lot of antioxidants on cancer patients. I just feel like they feel better. but I won't say I cure it.
Okay. And remember when we were talking about the brain, again, just a thought, because dementia, right? It's a thing when it comes to like, you know, older people.
Yes.
And someone who's watching us might say, well, can regenerative medicine sort of like play a role in either slowing it down or reversing, if that's possible?
Reversing, maybe not.
Maybe not, okay.
We don't have those high doses, or we don't have those kind of strengths with the peptides or the antioxidants that we use that it can reverse it. But definitely improvement, definitely prevention. There's so many signs of dementia. Before you hit dementia, you get dementia. And so prevention.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, focus more on prevention. Okay, so we'll be looking at what you know, people are saying as far as WhatsApp is concerned. Our WhatsApp number is 0112 500 400. Like I said, we have very few minutes you know, before we end the show. Okay, so let's get to hear what people are saying on WhatsApp, and then we'll speak to the lovely ladies you know, who we have on set today, because they've gone through you know, the treatment, and like Scholar said, look at my hand, you can actually almost, you know, barely see the scar. But yes, let's hear what people are saying. So this one says, I'm developing gray hair while still young, which is really uncomfortable. Is it advisable to pluck them off? And can Dr. Ashley assist in bringing the black one back? And also, can Dr. Ashley grow hair on a bald head? Okay. Okay. So will you remember that so that we tackle?
Yes.
Okay. And then there's this one says, hello, I am at the number one thing I'd regenerate with the last drop of my blood are my breasts. They're so little, and that gives me discomfort. Even saying yes to one becomes a problem. I'm currently 24. May you advise me on the same, please? Hashtag your world at Dr. Ashley. Okay. And then this one says, good morning, at TV. My hair started graying when I was 12 years. Can this be reversed? Okay. And then this says, my wife and I are over 65 years old. Ligaments in our knees are gone. Knees are very painful. I have arthritis. How can we be helped? Consultation fee, doctor's contacts. Can our knee ligaments be regenerated? Can we answer those first, and then we'll take another round? Okay.
I also have brain fog, so those are enough.
Okay. Yeah, so we can start with the knee and you know, arthritis and all those things. Yes.
Age doesn't matter. I may be able to help you maybe 80 to 90% maximum. Anything beyond that is a bonus. But generally with regenerative medicine, we only promise you 50 to 60% results. Okay. And so, like with Scholar's case as well, and that's the first thing I tell you in the consultation, I can't bring her back to original skin, but we've improved it about 50 to 60% already. And so, yes, with the knees, no matter your age, no matter your ailment, it doesn't matter. As long as your lifestyle is good, as long as you walk, as long as you don't go out there and do other things, while on my treatment, then we can promise to cure the pain 80 to 90%. 80 to 90%. Where to find us? I know that was supposed to be at the end of the show, but I'm just answering that question.
Yes.
We're in Muthaiga. You can take down the number. It's 0799-995716. Consultation fees are 5,000. It's a one-time. We don't charge when you come back for a second consultation. Okay. And now to the next question, or the next two questions. Graying hair. Graying hair, yes. No, sorry, we can't do anything.
No? Okay.
I'm not the miracle doctor, so there are some places I'm going to have to say no. Also, I really tell patients to embrace their bodies. Graying hair is not a big problem. Salt and pepper look is in. I mean, just look good with it, right? So there are so many patients I turn down because they come with unrealistic expectations, and unfortunately it's just social media, or I'd say the internet, because we just want to look photoshopped all the time. They don't realize the celebrities putting their photos out there are totally photoshopped. If you look at them in real life, they also have so many defects and flaws. So embrace yourself. I'll highlight on something like stretch marks. Someone will come to me and say, I have lots of stretch marks.
And cellulite. Cellulite as well.
I mean, how many times a year are you going to wear a bikini? And even if you are, nobody's focusing on your stretch marks. So if you can get away with it, get away with it. I don't sit down to tell you, yes, come, we'll do this, only because I feel like I'm making money out of it. I I turn you down if I feel like it's not necessary.
Yeah.
Especially the younger generation, only because it's not needed.
Yeah.
Grow out of it. There's so many more important things you can do and so many more important places you can put your money.
Yeah.
Do that. Do what's important.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we have to live this fad social media life, but I embrace my stretch marks,
right?
And everyone should.
It's a story. It's your story.
It's
embrace
your
it. So for that's who are graying, unfortunately, yeah, nothing can be done. But embrace it. It's okay.
We can slow it down.
Yeah.
Like take care of your hair. Do the bare minimum things. Use a medicated shampoo. Oil your hair from time to time.
Yeah.
That's unfortunately where most of you go wrong because you're not hydrating the follicles.
Yeah.
You're not using a medicated shampoo. Unfortunately, there's so much of cross-infection that you gather from the salon. There's so many cheap products being used out there. Even the braids and the wigs and the weaves being put on, the material that is being used for making those things, you really don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
So do the bare minimum. Oil your hair, medicated shampoos, try and be as natural as possible. I know it's culture. You can't change culture overnight.
Yeah.
If I'm going to ask you to walk in with your natural hair, you're just going to be like, this is a quack doctor, let me just leave her alone. But try, just make small changes, and that can really help, and that can also slow down the graying.
I see.
But if it's a condition that you've had since you were 12 or 11, it's okay, it's genetics. It could be for whatsoever reason. Embrace it.
Embrace it.
Yeah.
And then there's the concern about smaller breasts. And they're 24, they're like, please, I'm uncomfortable.
Okay, again, try and embrace it, but I can understand. It's something we're all concerned about as women. Unfortunately, we can't do anything in terms of regenerative medicine. We do use stem cells sometimes to plump them up a little bit, but I won't give you that unrealistic expectation, or I won't be able to give you that expectation of what you can get from a surgery. So then perhaps surgery is your only way. We have really good plastic surgeons in the country, and they do a fabulous job. So if it's something that's really affecting your self-esteem, then go get a consultation done, be counseled enough. Just ensure you're not making a mistake in the name of rushing to get bigger breasts and then wanting to have the small ones again. So really take your time to just make that decision.
Okay, I see. Good advice, good advice. Okay, let's see. More questions from our WhatsApp number 0112 500 400. What are some of the concerns? What are some of the questions that you have? Let's see that. And also in response to the question that we're asking you today, and that is, if you could regenerate any part of your body, what would it be and why? But yes, let's go through another round of questions for Daktari. As far as our WhatsApp is concerned, Philip, if we can have the questions up. Yeah, but in the meantime, let me see what people are asking on our Facebook, and that is at NTV Kenya. But yes, let's answer first the ones that we have on WhatsApp. All right, let's see, what are people asking? What are people asking? Okay. This one says, the other day I was watching a talk about sickle cell, and at some point doctors have mentioned something to do with stem cell and sickle cell disease. Can Doc please help me understand how stem cell relates with sickle cell disease? Kindly. All right. And then this one says, I'd like to know whether the regenerative medicine can reverse diabetes. I am diabetic. The reason for asking. Okay. And then this one says, hi, my name is Millie, I'm 50, and I want to lose my big tummy after 3 babies via CS, and seems to be growing even more at the age of 50, okay? And then this one says, ask the doctor whether they can regenerate muscles for someone who has hiatus hernia, okay? Can we answer those ones first? Okay. Okay, and then there's this one. What about stretch marks? I think you talked about it. Yes, but...
Stretch marks, yes, we can reduce it. Any scars you have or stretch marks or any kind of those kind of conditions you have on the skin, 50 to 60% restoration. Okay. So even if you come in with stretch marks, I'll only promise you that 50 to 60%. And is why I said you need to be realistic, because if you're okay with the 50 to 60%, fine, it will still show. So that's a decision you make yourself. Hernia, I'm not the specialist. We have doctors using stem cells. You may reach out to your doctor who has treated the hernia. And definitely they can consider using stem cells because yes, it does regenerate muscle, but I don't know what condition you're going through and how it's going to help you.
Sickle cell
Sickle
disease,
cell, again, I'm not the specialist, I won't say anything on it. And what was the last one?
The tummy. They want to reduce the tummy after 3 babies via CS.
Right here. My stomach was as big as having 2 babies in one go.
No way.
Yes, I was really big.
Yeah.
I think Miriam has also seen me as part of when she started her journey.
So
we
you
were
were
walking the journey together. Yes, and I think that really motivates a lot of my patients because it's coming from the horse's mouth, because I've done it myself.
Yeah.
A lot of my patients have seen me when I've been big and seen me now.
Yeah.
And so I think they really believe in the treatment because it works. And I'm here, I have a flat tummy, so come after your 3 babies who will get rid of your stomach.
Yeah, and you'll handle all that. Okay, but let's speak to you and then maybe we'll look at WhatsApp as well. But yes, so you've gone through it. You're still in the journey, like you said, because weight loss, like you said, it's a journey. It's not something that you wake up in the morning and the following day, you know, all the weight is gone. So what is it that you'll tell someone who's probably watching us this morning and saying, I am struggling with weight loss. I have tried all the fad diets. I have tried fasting. I have tried, I don't know what, but it's not working. What is it that you'd like to tell them?
Okay, what I will tell someone who want to lose weight is that when you are overweight, it comes with a lot of healthy issues. There are so many things you go through, and the reason is the weight loss. And when you lose the weight is when you realize how good it is to lose weight. So let's all do peptides, though their side effects, I didn't mention that. These side effects, they are not long time. They are not life-threatening. They are just for a short period of time. Let's say when I started my peptides, maybe the 4-5 days, the first week, because these are injections that you do weekly.
Okay.
So the 3-4-5 days, though it really depends, by the way, some get, others don't get the side effect. Side effects are there with so many people are afraid of.
Okay.
They are there and they are just normal things. It's just nausea. Yeah.
Okay.
So let everybody lose weight. Maybe the issues you are going through, the pains that you have, it's all because of the weight.
It's all because of the weight.
Yes.
I like that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, scholar. Yes, having gone through it, and probably someone is watching us, they have a scar and they're like, yeah, I don't know what to do. What is it that you'd advise them today?
Well, the first thing is, of course, embracing it. Just be comfortable in your skin. Of course, scars tell a lot of stories.
Yes.
Of course, there are other options like the plastic surgery, but of course there are implications and the cost implications that come with it. But probably it's more about being comfortable and being okay with the fact that the scar cannot go away completely. If you have the option of doing the plastic surgery, that's fine. But for me, it was more about reducing the visibility, and I'm okay with it and making it more bearable for me. Like making it, like for me, the fact that the skin is lighter and I feel like it's normal. Like sometimes I don't even realize I have a scar unless you mention it. It's completely not anywhere in my mind that I have a scar, no. So it's more about embracing yourself and just being comfortable and being okay with it. And let it not affect your esteem in any way, because it doesn't hinder you from doing anything, you know, unless it's putting a hindrance in your normal routine, then I don't think it should be a big problem. But yes, we have a way of dealing, there's that solution. Yes.
Yeah, and embrace it. I mean, like Sierra said, there are beauty marks, right? So they tell a story. So embrace it. But hey, if you know, you get to that level where you're like, you know what, maybe let's just try something. Well, why not?
Definitely.
Okay. All right. So someone here, still in response to the question that we're asking today, if you could regenerate any part of your body, what would it be and why? Someone says kidney. Do you do that? This is Ava on Facebook who says they would regenerate their kidney.
I can't regenerate your kidney, but we've already talked about it and how we can help specifically with diabetes, but even otherwise, I've treated patients, or at least one specific patient who had kidney failure, and she was due for a kidney transplant. And when we did the antioxidants, we were able to improve her kidney functions and defer her from the transplant. It wasn't something that I was doing, it was her choice. And so we've helped her. She's been deferred for a transplant for about 2 years now. Every time she goes back asking for the transplant, they say we can't do it unless your kidney functions are compromised.
Yeah.
And so yes, it does. I won't say it regenerated her kidneys because her kidney is probably not at 100%
optimum, yeah.
or its optimum,
yeah.
but it has definitely helped her.
You know what, that's interesting to hear, and I'd want to say helpful, because there's so many people who are still on the transplant list,
yes.
or some who are trying to get a donor and they cannot, and probably they're told, you know what, time is, you know, of essence.
Yes.
So that's good news to hear,
yes.
that can be delayed for a while, even as you look for a donor.
Exactly.
If, you know, the kidneys do not function optimally.
Exactly.
This one says, this is Samo, who says, my body tissues, I want to live forever. Can we regenerate everything?
Bro, just gym. But no, sorry, yeah. That was on a light note. Yes, we can help you. We have peptides that build muscle.
Yeah.
We have peptides that help you just function better.
Okay.
So if you want to spend money, come to us. We don't have a problem. But I think lifestyle, just eating right, doing the right things, exercise, that is so key. I speak myself and I say myself, I don't even get the time to exercise, but I think I'd just be much more fitter if I'd exercise.
Yeah.
And wouldn't have to continue or thinking about, do I have to go back to peptides? I've added a gram, you know, kind of things.
Yeah.
So really, lifestyle matters. Try and moderate your lifestyle.
Yeah.
But yes, we have options for you.
There are options.
We have options to increase your energy levels, make your tissues breathe better, so to say, because we're reducing the oxidative stress.
Yeah.
But also we have peptides that help you gain muscle, build muscle. You want to bulk up, we can do that for you. So yes.
Yeah, I see that. And someone says the heart. They could regenerate the heart.
Self-heal, self-love.
Take care of yourself, love yourself.
But no, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't, if you have a heart condition, I think then cardiologist, not me.
Yeah, yeah.
But yes, when we do peptides even for weight loss, it's proven, scientifically proven that it improves cardiac muscle.
Okay.
And so I've had cases where I've had cardiac patients and their cardiac functions are much better.
Yeah.
Speaking of one of my doctors himself, and he says he's in so much of a better position right now. Cardiac muscle is improved, cardiac function is improved. So yes, it improves cardiac muscle, it improves lean muscle.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely beneficial for you.
Beneficial for you.
Yeah.
I see. All right, so we literally have like 2 minutes to close. So there was a question on, there was one person who asked about diabetes and if regenerative, you know, medicine can help with that. And then speak a little bit on the cost.
Okay. So we've already spoken about diabetes and so many experiences that I've had in treating my patients. And like I've said, I had one of my patients whose sugar levels were 19, which is about 387. That's quite a lot at the age of 43.
Yeah.
And we were able to bring back his sugar function, the sugar levels to 7.
Oh, wow.
It's 4 years now. His sugar levels are still at 7, roughly on an average. And of course, like I said, lifestyle matters. So he's exercising, he's definitely watching his diet. But yeah, we've been able to even get him off the metformin that he was on for almost about 20 years.
Okay.
He probably takes it once a week because it's psychology, because he's taken it for 20 years. He can't just get it out of his system.
Yeah.
But yeah, he can now like look at the TV that far and be able to read everything when before he couldn't because of the glaucoma. So yes, we can help you, definitely.
One way or the other.
Yeah.
All right, so the cost aspect and also the contacts, because a lot of people are asking for your contacts and locations.
So cost, we're looking at spending anything between 30,000 a month to even up to 500 or 600,000. It really depends on your condition. The treatment that you opt for will give you options. If you don't want to do any kind of in-house treatment, then we have tablets and creams that help you, especially in terms of skin.
Okay.
But yeah, this is the kind of estimate that you're looking at. So it really also depends on your pocket and what you want to go in for.
Yeah.
Find us in Muthaiga, just next to Gertrude's Hospital. It's called TIA Clinics, TIA Clinics. The phone number is 0799995716.
All right, once again,
0799995716.
Okay.
And just find us on all socials, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. Contacts are all over.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. Let's go through one or two more of your feedback, and then we say goodbye. But thank you so much. Really insightful discussion this morning.
Thank you too.
What were people saying on our WhatsApp number 0112 500 400? This one says, what about stretch marks? I think we
spoke about that.
Spoke about it. And then the other person says, do you regenerate discs and ligaments? And again, can you degenerate? I think they meant regenerate, right?
I hope so. I was wondering why they want to degenerate.
Right? Yeah. And then this one says, I have been diagnosed with GERD and acute gastritis, but I only get severe abdominal pains, under pressure, and sleepless nights. What can I do? Then this one says, hi, could Dr. We've called you another name there. Advice and speak to skin regeneration, rectifying skin tonation on where one has 2 skin tones, and if she could speak to cost implications as well. And then, hi, most of us struggle with gaining weight. Maybe a word about it. I think we talked about it. And then this one says, give me a cell number of the doctor where to find her in Nairobi or elsewhere. This is Mr. Paul Korir, all the way from Bomet County. And then, hi, please send the doctor's number and location again.
Okay.
Oh, this one's Abasema, please read. Okay, hey, if I had to generate, I'd want my 4-year-old tooth to be regenerated. Her teeth got affected by antibiotics. Oh, wow. Okay. And then this one says, good morning. Contacts, if possible, at 60 years, can you assist in control of blood pressure? So blood pressure, skin and all those things. But we've left your contact. So, yeah, you can just call directly to the so
reception.
You shared your contact, and then they'll call and answer all your questions. But for now, allow us to say goodbye, and a special thank you to you, Daktari, and to the lovely ladies as well joining us today, Miriam and Scholar as well. Thank you so much for coming by today and sharing your experiences. And even as we say goodbye, just to put you up to speed with a show that will actually be starting tomorrow, right here on NTV, and this is as far as Marketplace is concerned, hosted by our very own Brian Asili. This will be launching tomorrow. That is at what time? 8:30 p.m. So it will be every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Marketplace, hosted by our very own Brian Asili. And this is a fresh, impactful program that shines a spotlight on SMEs and trade finance. Okay, so be sure to tune in tomorrow for that. But for now, allow us to say goodbye. My name is Winnie Lubembe. God bless and have yourselves an amazing day.